जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला 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 प्रभुपाद जय 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 प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंद गौरा हरि कृष्ण तव पुण्य हबे पुण्यः कृष्ण तव पुण्यः कृष्ण तव पुण्यः कृष्ण तव पुण्यः ए पुण्य को করিবে যাবে রাধা রানী খুশি হবে।
পুণ্য করিবে যাবে রাধা রানী খুশি হবে।
পুণ্য করিবে যাবে রাধা রানী খুশি হবে।
পুণ্য করিবে যাবে রাধা রানী খুশি হবে।
দুয়াতে বলি তো মাতা,
দুয়াতে বলি তো মাতা,
দুয়াতে বলি তো মাতা,
দুয়াতে বলি তো মাতা।
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
তব পুণ্য হবে।
श्री सिद्धांत सरस्वती सची सुता प्रियाति।
श्री सिद्धांत सरस्वती सची सुत प्रियाति।
श्री सिद्धांत सरस्वती सची सुता प्रियाति।
श्री सिद्धांत सरस्वती सची सुत प्रियाति।
कृष्ण से बजार तुलना,
गजर तुलना,
से मोहंत गुरु जगत मधुरु।
से महंत गुरु जगत मध्य गुरु।
से मोहंत गुरु जगत मधुरु।
से महंत गुरु जगत मध्य गुरु।
कृष्ण भक्ति दे ठाए
भक्ति दे ठाई
कृष्ण भक्ति दे ठाए
कृष्ण भक्ति दे ठाई।
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हबे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हबे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
तब पुण्य हबे
तब पुण्य हवे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हबे
तब पुण्य हवे
तारा इच्छा बलवान पाशयत ठान
बलवान
तारा इच्छा बलवान पाशयत ठान
बलवान
कोई जाते गौरांगे
जाते गौरंगे
पृथ्वी ते नगरादि असमुद्र नदनादि
पृथ्वी ते नगरादि असमुद्र नदनदी
पृथ्वी ते नगरादि असमुद्र नदनादि
पृथ्वी ते नगरादि असमुद्र नदनदी
सकले लोय कृष्ण
सकले लोए कृष्ण
सकले लोय कृष्ण
सकले लोए कृष्ण
कृष्ण तब
तब पुण्य हवे
ताहले आनंद होए तबे होए दिग्विजय
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 चैतन्य कृपा दिशा
चैतन्य कृपा दिशा
माया दुष्ट जत दुखी जगते सबाए सुखी
माया दुष्ट जत दुखी जगते सबाए सुखी
माया दुष्ट जत सुखी जगते सबाए सुखी
माया दुष्ट जत दुखी जगते सबाए सुखी
वैष्णवेर इच्छा
वैष्णवेर इच्छा पूर्ण हो
कृष्ण तव पुण्य
तब पुण्य हवे
कृष्ण तव पुण्य
तब पुण्य हवे
से कार्य कोरी बार आज्ञा जदि दिलो मोरे
से कार्य कोरी बारे अगरदी दिलो मोरे
से कार्य कोरी बार आज्ञा जदि दिलो मोरे
से कार्य कोरी बारे अगरदी दिलो मोरे
योग्य नहीं अति दिना
योग्य नहीं अति दीनहीना
ताए से तोमार कृपा मागिते छी अनुरूपा
ताई से तोमार कृपा मागिते छी अनुरूपा
ताए से तोमार कृपा मागिते छी अनुरूपा
ताई से तोमार कृपा मागिते छी अनुरूपा
आज तुम सबर प्रवीणा
आज तुमी सबर कवीना
आज तुम सबर प्रवीणा
आज तुमी सबर कवीना
कृष्ण तव पुण्य
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
कृष्ण तव पुण्य
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
तुम्हारे से शक्ति पेले गुरु से बाय वस्तु मिले
तुम्हारा से शक्ति पहले गुरु से वस्तु मिले
तुम्हारा से शक्ति पेले गुरु से बाय वस्तु मिले
तुम्हारा से शक्ति पहले गुरु से वस्तु मिले
जीवन सार्थक जदि हो
जीवन सार्थक जदि हो
जीवन सार्थक जदि हो
जीवन सार्थक जदि हो
से सेवा पाइले ताहले सुखी हले
से सेवा पहले तारे सुखी हवे
से सेवा पाइले ताहले सुखी हले
से सेवा पहले तारे सुखी हवे
तब संग भाग्य ते मिलो
तब संग भाग्य ते मिलो
कृष्ण तव पुण्य बेघा
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
कृष्ण तव पुण्य बेघा
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
तुमी मोर चिर साथी भूलिया मायार लाठी
मोर चिर साथी दुनिया माया लाठी
तुमी मोर चिर साथी भूलिया मायार लाठी
তুমি মোর চির সাথী ভুলিয়া মায়ার লাঠি
আছে জন্ম জন্মান্তরে
আছে জন্ম জন্মান্তরে
আছে জন্ম জন্মান্তরে
আছে জন্ম জন্মান্তরে
আজি পুনায় সুযোগ যদি হয়ে যোগাযোগ
আজি পুণ্যায় সুযোগ যদি হয়ে যোগাযোগ
আজি পুনায় সুযোগ যদি হয়ে যোগাযোগ
আজি পুণ্যায় সুযোগ যদি হয়ে যোগাযোগ
তবে পারে তুহে মিলিবা
তবে পারি তুঝে মিলিবা
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে
তোমার মিলনে ভাই আবার সে সুখ পায়
তোমার মিलन भाई अपार से सुख पाए
गोचरण घुरी दिन भो
गोचरण घुरी दिन भो
कट बने छूटा छूटी बने खाए लूटा फूटी
कट बने छूटा छूटी बने खाए टूटा फूटी
कट बने छूटा छूटी बने खाए लूटा फूटी
कट बने छूटा छूटी बने खाए लूटा फूटी
से दिन का बेहाबे हो
से दिन कभी हमें
से दिन का बेहाबे हो
से दिन कभी हमें
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हबे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हबे
कृष्ण तब पुण्य हवे
आज से सुविधान तुम्हार स्मरण बेला
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 बरुआ षडखिला मता
बरुआ षडखिला मता
बरुआ षडखिला मता
बरुआ षडखिला मता
आमी तोमा नित्य दास्ताई करियेता
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 तुमी बिना अन्य गति ना
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 कृष्ण तव पुण्य हवे
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 कृष्ण तव पुण्य हवे विश्व गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Guru Kripa Koile Krishna Dhamira Prati Kilage Anileheta Guru
Krishna সকলে সম্ভব হয় তুমি সে কৌতুকী
सकले संभाव तुम्ही से कौतुकी
সকলে সম্ভব তুমি সে কৌতুকী
गुरु कृपा कुल कृष्ण
গুরু কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ
কিভাবে বুঝলে তারা বুঝে সেই রসা
কিভাবে বুঝালে তারা বুঝে সে রসা
কিভাবে বুঝলে তারা বুঝে সেই রসা
কিভাবে বুঝালে তারা বুঝে সে রসা
এত কৃপা করো প্রভু করি নিজ বসা
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 কৃপা কলে কৃষ্ণ
গুরু কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ
তোমার ইচ্ছায় সব হয়ে মায়া বসা
তোমারা ইচ্ছায় সব হয়ে মায়া বসা
তোমার ইচ্ছায় সব মায়া বসা
তোমারা ইচ্ছায় সব হয়ে মায়া বসা
তোমার ইচ্ছায় নাশ মায়ার পরশ
তোমারা ইচ্ছায় নাশ মায়ার পরশ
তোমার ইচ্ছায় নাশ মায়ার পরশ
তোমারা ইচ্ছায় নাশ মায়ার পরশ
গুরু কৃপা কলে কৃষ্ণ
গুরু কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ
তব ইচ্ছা হয়ে যদি তাদের উদ্ধার
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 বুঝিবে নিশ্চয় তবে কথা সে তোমার
বুঝিবে নিশ্চয় ভাবে কথা সে তোমার
বুঝিবে নিশ্চয় তবে কথা সে তোমার
বুঝিবে নিশ্চয় তবে কথা সে তোমার
কৃপা কলে কৃষ্ণ
গুরু কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ
ভাগবতের কথা সে তব অবতার
ভগবতের কথা সে তব অবতার
ভগবতের কথা সে তব অবতার
ভগবতের কথা সে তব অবতার
ধীর হইয়া শুনে যদি জানে বার
ধীর হইয়া শুনে যদি মনে
ধীর হইয়া শুনে যদি জানে বার रजस्तमो हते तबे पाइबे निस्तार।
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 हृदयेर भद्र सब उचिले तहार।
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 কি করে বুঝাবো কথা বরসে চাহে।
কি করে বুঝাবো কথা ভরসে নাহি।
কি করে বুঝাবো কথা বরসে চাহে।
কি করে বুঝাবো কথা ভরসে নাহি।
পুত্র আমি বিনাহীন কোনো শক্তি নাহি।
আমি দিনাহীন কোনো শক্তি নাহি।
পুত্র আমি দিনাহীন কোনো শক্তি নাহি।
পুত্র আমি দিনাহীন কোনো শক্তি নাহি।
কৃপা করে
কৃপা করে
अथ चायन छो प्रभु कथा बोली मारे।
जयन छो प्रभु कथा बोली मारे।
जे तुम्हार इच्छा प्रभु करो यही बारे।
जे तुम्हार इच्छा प्रभु करे हरे।
अखिल जगत गुरु बचन से अमार।
अखिल जगत गुरु वचन से अमार।
अलंकृत करिबार अमत तुम्हार।
अलंकृत करिबार अनंत तुम्हार।
तब कृपा हले मोरा कथा शुद्ध हबे।
तब कृपा हले मोर कथा शुद्ध हवे।
सुनिया सपर शोक दुख जे भूते।
सुनिया सवार शोक दुख जे बुझिबे।
गुरु कृष्ण कुले कृष्ण।
गुरु कृपा महि कृष्ण।
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण।
गुरु कृपा कइले कृष्ण।
आनिया छो जड़ी प्रभु हमार न चाहते।
आनिया जो यदि प्रभु हमारे न चाहते।
आनिया जो जदि प्रभु हमार न चाहते।
आनिया जो यदि प्रभु हमारे न चाहते।
न चाहो प्रभु न चाहो से माते।
न चाहो प्रभु न चाहो से मते।
अष्टेर पुतली जता न चाहो से माते।
अशेर पुतली जता न चाहो से मते।
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण। भक्ति नाई वेदनाई नामे खूब डरो,
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 भक्ति वेदांत नाम ये सार्थक करो,
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 गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण मेरा प्रति किला गया लेता गुरु ए गति,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण मेरा प्रति किला गया लेता गति,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण मेरा प्रति किला गया लेता गुरु ए गति,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण मेरा प्रति किला गया लेता गति,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण,
गुरु कृपा कुले कृष्ण। श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र भगवान की,
जय
विश्व गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
विश्व गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
जय
विश्व गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
जय
विश्व गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
जय
हरे कृष्णा I extend a warm welcome to all the devotees who have assembled here to celebrate with us Sri Vyasa Puja, the appearance day of our beloved spiritual master, Vishwa Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.
जय
This year, we are celebrating the 129th Vyasa Puja ceremony. Vyasa Puja is the occasion for us to offer our homage, our worship, our praise to Srila Prabhupada on his divine appearance day, praising his exalted position. It is said in the scriptures that it is the duty of the disciple, the aspiring devotee, to glorify his spiritual master for his own spiritual advancement. What is the meaning of Vyasa Puja? Srila Prabhupada, who is our spiritual master, is the representative of Srila Vyasadeva, the literary incarnation of Krishna. Vyasadeva is the original spiritual master because he compiled and disseminated the Vedic knowledge. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, on the appearance of the spiritual master, the disciples conduct the ceremony called the Vyasa Puja. As a part of Vyasa Puja ceremony, disciples and followers of Srila Prabhupada offer homage to him by writing his glories. Hearing the glories of a bona fide spiritual master has the same effect as hearing the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And by so hearing the glories, the hearer becomes purified and awakens his dormant Krishna consciousness. The homage offerings written by the devotees glorifying the spiritual master are equivalent to glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Simply by hearing them, our hearts become purified. So we have compiled the offerings from thousands of devotees across the globe into a book which is called the Vyasa Puja book, which we release every year and make an offering to Srila Prabhupada. Now I request His Grace Chanchalapati Prabhu to please uncover the Vyasa Puja book of the 129th Appearance Day celebrations and offer it to Srila Prabhupada. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki! Iskcon founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki! There are 9 volumes which have been made of the Vyasa Puja book this year. The total number of pages that these 9 volumes contain are 5,688. Total 8,674 number of devotees have written the Vyasa Puja homage offering this year. Hari Bol! The total number of initiated disciples of Srila Prabhupada who wrote the offerings last year was 1,522, and this year it is 1,696 devotees. Hari Bol! Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki! Jai! And the number of temples and preaching centers of our Iskcon Bangalore group of temples who participated and wrote the offerings last year was 51. And this year the number is 57.
Hari Hari Bol.
And we have received the offerings in 16 different languages. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki! Now, we will start reading of the Vyasa Puja offerings by senior devotees of Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir. And we request all of you to kindly pay attention while the offerings are being read, which will inspire us to advance in Krishna consciousness. Now I request His Grace Chanchalapati Prabhu to kindly come forward and read out the Vyasa Puja offering of His Grace Madhu Pandit Prabhu, who is the President of Iskcon Bangalore Temple and Chairman of the Akshay Patra Foundation, followed by his own offering.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading Sri Madhu Pandit Prabhu's offering. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. On the auspicious occasion of Vyasa Puja 2025, I express my profuse gratitude to your divine grace for protecting our devotional services, especially to the deities of Hare Krishna Hill, by blessing us all with a victory in the Supreme Court. From the beginning, the conflict was never with the other camp of Iskcon, considering that we are one of the Iskcons. It has been only with the self-made gurus in the other Iskcon camp who are now majority leaders in their highest managing body, GBC. After 25 years of the intense conflict with these leaders, our victory in the Supreme Court is nothing other than a direct blessing of Srila Prabhupada, who has vindicated our stand that only the Ritvik system should be followed in Iskcon, most certainly blessing Iskcon Bangalore group of temples to continue the Ritvik system. Today there are thousands of devotees who come across Iskcon and get attracted to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, deity worship, and all other devotional practices that Srila Prabhupada established in Iskcon. Innumerable sincere followers of Srila Prabhupada have been kept in the dark about His divine grace's order by many kinds of false propaganda devices of the self-made gurus of Iskcon against those who profess faith in the Ritvik system of initiation. Before I begin my humble offering to glorify His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada, I seek forgiveness in advance from all Vaishnavas within Iskcon, as my presentation will primarily focus on exposing serious institutional deviations by Iskcon leadership following Srila Prabhupada's disappearance Leela. Forgiveness because, although some leaders have disobeyed Srila Prabhupada's clear institutional directives and chosen to become self-appointed gurus, their sincere and vigorous services in building this movement prior to 1977 cannot be forgotten and deserve appreciation. However, truth must be spoken to protect Iskcon from this serious deviation, as our foremost duty is to Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya, and the greatest of all Vaishnavas in this institution and his mission. When his divine vision and mission are compromised through institutional disobedience, we must speak up, not out of spite, but out of love and loyalty to Srila Prabhupada. It would be a grave negligence of duty to remain silent about these blunders, many of which the GBC themselves have acknowledged. I must choose to remain silent and neglect my service to Srila Prabhupada and the youth of Iskcon, who dedicate their lives to this movement, or voice these truths, even if it causes discomfort to some. While I remain respectful and beg forgiveness from all sincere Vaishnavas, I am also aware of Srila Prabhupada's prediction that when the Acharya disappears, there is always the danger of unauthorized principles being introduced in the movement. Quote, whenever the Acharya comes, following the superior orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representative, he establishes the principles of religion. Unfortunately, when the Acharya disappears, rogues and non-devotees take advantage and immediately begin to introduce unauthorized principles. The Acharya, the authorized representative of the Supreme Lord, establishes the principles of religion, but when he disappears, things once again become disordered. The perfect disciples of the Acharya try to relieve the situation by sincerely following the instructions of the spiritual master. Unquote. Srimad Bhagavatam purport. Srila Prabhupada, the recent victory bestowed upon us by you is not only an enormous relief against attacks by the Iskcon self-made guru leaders and their misled followers who attempted to expel the devotees of Iskcon Bangalore from the movement. An even greater impact of this victory is that it marks the completion of the foundation work of the last 25 years of building an Iskcon where you alone shall be the Diksha Guru forever. Issuance of July 9th Directive and its disobedience. The July 9th, 1977 Directive was issued by Srila Prabhupada just 4 months before his disappearance pastime. This directive leaves no ambiguity in the matter of starting how the 11 people named therein would act as the representative of the Acharya called Ritviks, and making all new entrants to Iskcon as disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Further, in the recorded conversation in which Srila Prabhupada named these Ritviks, he says, more can be appointed by the GBC. Thus, he not only named 11 Ritviks, but also established the procedure for new Ritviks to be appointed in future to perpetuate this system forever in Iskcon. However, being very young in spiritual life, these 11 Ritviks began disobeying Srila Prabhupada's orders in 1978 by keeping the July 9th directive under wraps. They declared themselves the next acharyas, blatantly lying to the Iskcon community that Srila Prabhupada had appointed them as acharyas. On inquiring from many of the old temple presidents, we have come to know that they had never received a copy of the July 9th directive, although it is addressed to all GBCs and temple presidents. These 11 ambitious devotees conspired to divide the world into 11 zones, exactly like cutting a cake into 11 pieces, and became the supremos in each zone. Their followers in these zones owed absolute allegiance to the self-declared zonal acharya of that zone, similar to the absolute allegiance that was offered to Srila Prabhupada. Thus, the schism caused by acharya zones in Iskcon began in the GBC meeting of 1978. They even professed that they were Mahabhagavata Uttamadikaris until, one by one, they started morally falling from grace to extreme disgrace and leaving the movement in less than 10 years after Srila Prabhupada's departure. A statement from a senior GBC member admitted that they were only appointed as Ritviks. Quote, "It is a fact that Srila Prabhupada never said, 'All right, here is the next acharya,' or 'here is the next 11 acharyas, and they are authorized gurus for the movement for the world.' He did not do that." Close quote. Ravindra Swarup, San Diego, Ravindra Swarup Das, San Diego Debate, 1990. Although the zonal acharya system was officially discontinued by the GBC in 1986, it was soon replaced by a new model wherein more gurus were appointed by the GBC and authorized to initiate disciples anywhere in the world without any zonal boundaries. Unfortunately, this has given rise to a new kind of fragmentation within Iskcon. Today, most Iskcon temples are dominated by disciples of a single guru, creative exclusive temple acharya camps in the place of the zonal acharya camps. This is an undeniable reality in today. As a result, Iskcon temples across the globe have become associated with particular gurus, and the pattern remains consistent. It is evident that a movement cannot remain unified under such a multiple guru structure within a single institution. According to the Vaishnava philosophy, loyalty to one's Diksha Guru is unwavering and cannot be secondary to loyalty towards the institution itself. This conflict has visibly weakened Iskcon as an institution over the decades, especially with several guru-based factions causing various internal crises. Any division within the parts of any system inevitably drains the energy of the whole. even from the standpoint of institutional unity, the Ritvik system of initiation, where all disciples are initiated on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, offers a cohesive alternative that preserves his legacy and the foundational vision of Iskcon. It is a brilliant, transcendental, innovative system that helps maintain unity and integrity. In this regard, it was interesting to discover the phrase Acharya Sampradaya in the following quote by Srila Prabhupada. Quote, "The Acharya gives the suitable method for crossing the ocean of nations by accepting the boat of the Lord's lotus feet. And if this method is strictly followed, the followers will ultimately reach the destination by the grace of the Lord. This method is called Acharya Sampradaya. It is therefore said, Sampradaya vihinna ye mantrasthe nishphala mataha." Padma Purana. The Acharya Sampradaya is strictly bona fide. Therefore, one must accept the Acharya Sampradaya. Otherwise, one's endeavor will be futile. Srimad Bhagavatam purport to 10th canto, 2nd chapter, text 32. In the Acharya Sampradaya, every detail that we follow in Iskcon, whether it is 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, organizational structure, or Diksha system, always has to be as designed by Srila Prabhupada, a pure confidential devotee of Krishna coming in disciplic succession. The following resolution of GBC, recorded in 1975 in a GBC meeting in the physical presence of Srila Prabhupada, states, quote, "Resolved, the GBC Governing Body Commission has been established by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to represent him in carrying out the responsibility of managing the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, of which he is the founder Acharya and supreme authority. The GBC accepts as its life and soul His divine instructions and recognizes that it is completely dependent on His mercy in all respects. The GBC has no other function or purpose other than to execute the instructions so kindly given by His divine grace and preserve and spread His teachings to the world in their pure form." Unquote. It is to be noted that Srila Prabhupada remains the supreme authority of Iskcon, and GBC can have no other purpose than to execute his instruction. And in his final declaration of will, dated 4th June 1977, Srila Prabhupada records, "The system of management will continue as it is now, and there is no need of any change." The Ritvik system is simply a management system of initiation in Iskcon. Srila Prabhupada says in his will that there is no need to change anything that is going on as on the date of his will. But unfortunately, the GBC has without authorization, changed it to a multiple guru system of initiation. Srila Prabhupada had apprehensions of GBC spoiling everything. Quote, "What will happen when I am not here? Have everything be spoiled by the GBC?" Letter to Rupanuga, April 4th, 1972. Ritvik system is a perfect system to keep the institution intact that is clearly meant to last for thousands of years without schisms as a united force to fight Maya. Only Srila Prabhupada can unite us. As Prabhupada's Ritvik system automatically fosters the ultimate primary loyalty of heart to Srila Prabhupada as the Diksha Guru by all generations to come. Everyone else can be a Shiksha Guru of anyone and everyone based on the merit of their contribution in assisting Diksha disciples of Srila Prabhupada. In fact, Srila Prabhupada expressed such a vision in a letter as early as 1974. Quote, "The GBC should all be instructor gurus. I am the initiator guru, and you should be instructor gurus by teaching what I am teaching and doing what I am doing." Letter to Madhu, April 7th, 1974. Who can become a Diksha Guru? In reference to Gaudiya Matha, Srila Prabhupada wrote, quote, "If everyone just initiates, there will be contradictory result. As long as it goes on, there will be only failure." Srila Prabhupada on Phalguna Krishna Panchami, verse 23, written in 1961. Another quote, "The result is now everyone is claiming to be Acharya, even though they may be Kanishta Adhikari, with no ability to preach. In some of the camps, the Acharya is being changed 3 times a year. Therefore, we may not commit the same mistake in our Iskcon camp." Unquote. Letter to Rupanuga on April 28th, 1974. Though Srila Prabhupada warned us that this should not happen in Iskcon, it is unfortunately a fact that it has happened and continues to happen in Iskcon. Therefore, unfortunately and obviously, the GBC has committed a big mistake in spite of Srila Prabhupada's warning. Srila Prabhupada's books and conversations contain instructions only to be instructor guru or shiksha gurus. As per his teachings, the qualification of a shiksha guru can range from Kanishtadhikari to Madhyamadhikari or highly advanced self-realized Uttamadhikari. There is a standing order from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for everyone to become a Shiksha Guru. Quote, he asked everyone, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked everyone, just become Guru. Follow his instruction, you become Guru. Amara Agnai, Don't manufacture ideas. Amar Agnai. What I say, you do. You become a guru. Where is the difficulty? And what is your Agna? Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. Bas. Everything is there in the Bhagavad Gita. You simply repeat, that's all. You become guru. To become a guru is not difficult job. Follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and speak what Krishna has said. Bas, you become guru. In a conversation on April 15th, 1977 in Bombay, the teachings of Srila Prabhupada are unequivocal about the qualifications of an initiator guru or Diksha guru. He has to be on the level of an Uttamadikari, a Vaishnava of highest advancement and nothing else, and nothing less. This is the reason the scriptures prescribe the inviolable direction that one has to be specially ordered or authorized by the predecessor Acharya as per Diksha Vidana to act as a Diksha Guru who endorses his qualifications. Quote, one should take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession, who is authorized by his predecessor spiritual master. This is called Diksha Vidhana, unquote. Srimad Bhagavatam purport, 4th canto, 8th chapter, purport to text 54. Another quote. Try to understand, don't go very speedily. A guru can become guru when he is ordered by his guru. That's all. Otherwise, nobody can become guru. Unquote. Bhagavad Gita lecture on October 28, 1975. Srila Prabhupada teaches who can be a guru as seen from these quotes. 1. A spiritual master is always liberated. Letter to Tamal Krishna, June 21st, 1970. Another quote. The pure devotee is always free from the clutches of Maya and influence. Srimad Bhagavatam purport, Canto 5, Chapter 3, Text 14. Another quote. There is no possibility that a first-class devotee will fall down. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Chapter 22, Text 71. Another quote. The Guru must be situated on the topmost platform of devotional service. There are 3 classes of devotees, and the Guru must be accepted from the topmost class. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Chapter 24, Text 330, purport. Yet another quote. When one has attained the topmost position of Mahabhagavata, he is to be accepted as a Guru and worshipped exactly like Hari, the personality of Godhead. Only such a person is eligible to occupy the post of a Guru. However, if one is highly qualified but is not a Vaishnava, he cannot be accepted as a Guru. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Chapter 24, Text 330. Another quote, yet another quote. On the whole, you may know that he is not a liberated person, and therefore he cannot initiate any person to Krishna consciousness. It requires special spiritual benedictions from higher authorities. Letter to Jadurani Mataji, April 26, 1968. And the reason for fall down of gurus can be understood from the statement of Srila Prabhupada. Quote, sometimes a spiritual master is not properly authorized and only on his own initiative becomes a spiritual master. He may be carried away by an accumulation of wealth and a large number of disciples. Nectar of Devotion, page 116. Just a moment. Difference between principle, desire, and order. There is another strong propaganda devised by the GBC of the other camp of Iskcon, by which innocent new devotees who come to Iskcon are being diverted from the truth of Srila Prabhupada's Ritvik system. It is by pointing out quotes of Srila Prabhupada wherein he wanted, he wished, he desired that his disciples become Diksha Gurus as per the law of Disciplic Succession, which states that the present disciples become the next spiritual master. In order not to fall into the mind trap of such false propaganda, one has to be careful to understand difference between the following three kinds of statements of Srila Prabhupada. 1. Srila Prabhupada's statement explaining the law of disciplic succession, the principles. And Srila Prabhupada's statements expressing his desire that his present disciples qualify and become next Diksha Gurus. And 3. Srila Prabhupada's statements about the need for a specific order for a disciple to become next Diksha Guru from his Guru after having qualified. Order. Quotes of first two types are not sufficient by themselves to become Diksha Guru. Srila Prabhupada has made it clear that unless one is specifically ordered by his Guru to become Guru, he cannot become Guru. For instance, the quote below is his wish or intent, which is different from his order. First quote, I shall produce some Gurus. I shall say, who is Guru? Now you become Acharya. You can cheat, but it will not be effective. See our Gaudiya Matha. Everyone wanted to be Guru. A small temple and Guru. What kind of Guru? Morning Walk Conversation on April 22nd, 1977. Again, Srila Prabhupada warns in another quote. Don't become premature Acharya. First of all, follow the orders of the Acharya and you become mature. Lecture on April 6th, 1975 in Mayapur. Desires of Srila Prabhupada is obviously expressed in different times that all his disciples become gurus. But that by itself is not sufficient for one to become a guru. A specific order of Srila Prabhupada is a must. It only means that they become eligible to be ordered to become guru, provided they were qualified. Just like when one is 18 years of age, he is eligible to get a driver's license. That is the law. But that is not sufficient condition to start driving. One has to qualify by being trained in driving and then be authorized with a license to start driving. One has to separate these three kinds of statements by Srila Prabhupada. A principle of disciplic succession stated by Srila Prabhupada, or his wish that someone becomes a Diksha Guru, is not equal to his order for everyone to become Diksha Gurus. Such an order was never given by Srila Prabhupada. Next, GBC changes Diksha Guru philosophy. The GBC started approving, authorizing new gurus beyond the first 11 from 1986. By 1986, 6 of the 11 had already fallen from grace. Then the new gurus started falling from grace. The GBC became a laughing stock in the Iskcon community. To explain this to the followers, they changed the original philosophy of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada taught that a guru has to be an uttamadhikari and hence cannot fall down. GBC changed it, saying that Kanishta and Madhyama also can be Diksha Guru in Iskcon and hence can fall into Maya. To escape the embarrassment of the GBC authorized gurus falling down, the GBC made further changes, saying that it will no longer authorize new gurus in Iskcon, but will only bless anyone who wishes to be guru, provided there was no objection from anyone anywhere in the world. Thus, they have now formally established a system of self-made gurus. There is no Vaishnava tradition wherein an institution adopts Diksha Guru or gives no objection certificate, NOC, to someone to become a Diksha Guru. Srila Prabhupada says that about self-made gurus. Quote, therefore, he is not Guru. Self-made Guru cannot be Guru. He must be authorized by the bona fide Guru. Then he is Guru. This is the fact. Similarly, bona fide Guru means he must be authorized by the superior Guru. He must receive the order from the superior. And the superior must be bona fide. Then he is bona fide, not self-made. Lecture by Srila Prabhupada on October 30th, 1972 in Vrindavan. In spite of experimenting and failing at the Guru Zonal Acharya system, in spite of experimenting and failing at the Zonal Acharya system, then again failing in the institution-made Guru system, then again continuing to fail in the self-made Guru system, it is unfortunate that the GBC of the other Iskcon camp still does not wish to follow the system of initiation of July 9th, 1977, directive given by Srila Prabhupada himself, that we have been following for the last 25 years in Iskcon Bangalore group of temples. The reason that the GBC cannot give up the self-made guru system is because they stumbled at the very first step in 1977 when they assumed the role of Diksha Guru without any direct order from Srila Prabhupada. Having since initiated thousands of disciples, they now find themselves unable to reverse course. There seems to be no hope at all for the other Iskcon to ever fall in line again. Today, Iskcon is largely composed of these gurus' followers, with only a few of Srila Prabhupada's original pre-1977 disciples remaining. And most of them have also become self-made gurus themselves. Srila Prabhupada explains in a conversation why Gaudiya Matha failed. Quote, why this Gaudiya Matha fell? Because they tried to become more than Guru. Before passing away, he, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, gave all direction and never said that this man should be next Acharya. But these people, just after passing away, they began to fight who shall be Acharya. That is the failure. They never thought why Guru Maharaj gave us instruction, so many things. Why he did not say that this man should be Acharya. They wanted to create artificially somebody Acharya, and everything failed. They did not consider even with common sense that if Guru Maharaj wanted to appoint somebody as Acharya, why did he not say? He said so many things, and this point he missed, the real point. Let them declare some unfit person to become Acharya. Then another man comes, and another, and another. So better remain a foolish person perpetually to be directed by Guru Maharaj. That is perfection. As soon as they learned that Guru Maharaj is dead, now I am so advanced that I can kill my Guru and then become Guru. Close quote. Keeping Srila Prabhupada in the center of devotees' life. As a result, the original spirit and identity of Iskcon has visibly changed. The accusation that self-appointed gurus have hijacked the movement becomes evident from this perspective. Despite various guru reforms attempts in the other Iskcon camp, efforts to keep Srila Prabhupada at the center are superficial because, according to his teachings and practices, from 1966 to 1977, the Diksha Guru must be the central figure in a disciple's spiritual life. Srila Prabhupada as the Diksha Guru of everyone automatically becomes the center of the hearts of all Iskcon devotees. The sidelining of Srila Prabhupada's post, the sidelining of Srila Prabhupada post 1977 is a self-inflicted and structural issue, not merely circumstantial. As in management, structural flaws cannot be fixed with cosmetic changes. The real solution lies in transforming the initiation system to align with Srila Prabhupada's July 9th directive. The court cases, expansion of Iskcon Bangalore, and our peace offer. Following the failure of the Guru system within Iskcon in 1998, in 1998, Iskcon Bangalore adopted the Ritvik system of initiation based on the July 9th directive, where new initiates accepted Srila Prabhupada as their Diksha Guru. This decision angered senior Iskcon leaders in the GBC. In 1999, several devotees from Bangalore and Kolkata were expelled for adhering to the Ritvik model, making it clear that the initial aggression came from the GBC, of the other Iskcon camp. In 1999, several devotees from Bangalore and Kolkata were expelled for adhering to the Ritvik model, making it clear that the initial aggression came from the GBC of the other Iskcon camp. To protect our right to remain within Iskcon, we approached the courts purely in self-defense. The litigation was not to resolve the Diksha Guru issue or for any material gain, but to establish that the Bangalore temple property belonged to an independently registered society, Iskcon Bangalore, founded in 1978 by the then GBC representative Hamsaduta Swami. It was a case between two legally registered societies, Iskcon Mumbai Society and Iskcon Bangalore Society. The courts granted interim relief in 2001, restraining the GBC represented by Iskcon Mumbai from interfering in the affairs of Iskcon Bangalore, while the permanent relief took 25 years, going from lowest to the highest court in India. During this interim period of 25 years, our Iskcon Bangalore movement grew globally, forming a network of over 52 temples as of today that accept Srila Prabhupada as the sole Diksha Guru under the Ritvik system. Today there are two distinct branches within Iskcon, one comprising temples led by self-made gurus, and our Iskcon, led by Srila Prabhupada as the sole Diksha Guru. Why did Iskcon Bangalore wake up as late as 1998, when the deviation actually began in 1978? It is only with the changes in world communication technology in the late 1990s that all the recorded tapes, lectures, orders, and books of Srila Prabhupada became easily available digitally to everyone. That is how the devotees of Iskcon Bangalore came to know of the July 9th, 1977 directive of Srila Prabhupada in 1998, as well as the disturbing details of the post-1977 history of gurus falling down in Iskcon. With this development, everyone could see what Srila Prabhupada had actually left behind as his order on spiritual succession of Diksha. A lie survives only until the truth is revealed. Prayers to Lord Narasimha from both sides. When the final verdict from the Supreme Court of India was awaited this year, followers were requested to pray by leaders of both sides for the best outcome of the court cases. After prayers from both sides, as devotees of Lord Narasimha, all must accept the verdict as His divine will. It reaffirms Srila Prabhupada's instruction and upholds the Ritvik system of initiation practiced in Iskcon Bangalore for the past 25 years. This verdict is Lord Krishna's will, not a mundane court decision. The judges were simply instruments in Narasimha Deva's hands, who has personally resolved this dispute among two groups of his devotees. We hope those opposing will begin to see that the Ritvik system is not a deviant or heretical practice as misrepresented in the GBC's 1999 resolution. Today, our commitment to the Ritvik system stands affirmed by Srila Prabhupada and Lord Narasimha Deva. Srila Prabhupada's Iskcon is here to stay. After this spiritual victory, Iskcon Bangalore made a sincere offer to the GBC of the other Iskcon camp to unite with them by offering all 52 temple properties in writing, asking only that the GBC revoke the ban and allow our group to continue practicing Ritvik initiations and become an inclusive Iskcon. Sadly, the GBC wrote back and rejected our offer and reiterated their stance against the Ritvik system, deepening the divide within Iskcon. Why the other Iskcon camp refuses to follow the July 9th directive? The core argument for rejecting the Ritvik system is that Srila Prabhupada's July 9th directive was temporary, meant to last only until his departure in November 1977. After that, they claim Guru succession was to continue as per tradition. However, this claim lacks any backing. The directive uses the word henceforward, directly implying a system intended to continue even after Srila Prabhupada's physical departure. On May 28, 1977, Srila Prabhupada was specifically asked, how will first and second initiations happen in Iskcon, particularly when you are no longer with us? Srila Prabhupada's immediate response was, I will soon appoint some of you to act as officiating acharyas. When asked if that meant Ritvik acharyas, he confirmed, yes, Ritvik. The July 9th directive begins by referring to this very conversation. Quote, recently, when all the GBC members were with His Divine Grace in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada indicated that soon he would appoint some of the senior disciples to act as Ritvik representative of the Acharya for purposes of performing both first and second initiations. Unquote. Clearly establishing context and intent of this directive. Reclaiming Srila Prabhupada's position as Diksha Guru. Today, self-made gurus in Iskcon have sidelined Srila Prabhupada to the role of a general Shiksha Guru for all, while elevating themselves as the Diksha Guru in the hearts of devotees. This inversion of role is not only misleading, it's a serious offense. The real reform in Iskcon is to restore Srila Prabhupada as the sole, preeminent Diksha and Shiksha Guru as it was originally in pre-1977 days. These self-appointed gurus claim to transmit Divya Gyan personally into the hearts of their disciples, a role Srila Prabhupada already performs universally within Iskcon. Whether one calls him Shiksha or Diksha Guru, the foremost place in every devotee's heart must be reserved for Srila Prabhupada alone. This is his institution. How could it be any other way? Despite being meticulous about Iskcon's rituals, worship, etc., Srila Prabhupada gave no instruction on worshipping future gurus, holding Vyasa Puja for them, placing their photos on the temple altars to be worshipped, or having special pranam mantras for them. These are GBC's post-1977 innovations. The YouTube channel and website Struggle for Truth explores all these deviations in depth using Srila Prabhupada's own teachings. Debunking the flesh and blood argument. A common objection to the Ritvik system is that a guru must be physically present on the planet to initiate. But this reflects gross bodily consciousness. Yes, it is true that sadhu sangha of Vaishnavas who are in flesh and blood is vital for spiritual life, especially for beginners in spiritual life who are in the bodily concept of life. But it is wrongly applied to the role of a Diksha Guru, and superficially the reasoning appeals to beginners in Krishna consciousness. Take the hypothetical case of a disciple who has received Diksha from a Guru, who departs the world the next day. Does the disciple then need another living Diksha Guru? Clearly not. The Diksha Guru and the Lord in the heart acts transcendentally by shining Divya Gyan in the disciple's heart. Regardless of Guru's physical absence, Srila Prabhupada explained that the relationship with Guru exists in two forms. Vani relationship with instructional sound, and Vapu relationship, physical presence. Thousands of disciples of Srila Prabhupada never had even a single opportunity to physically meet Srila Prabhupada. Yet he is acting as their Diksha Guru. The foundation of spiritual life is to transcend bodily identity. Such an argument as to why Srila Prabhupada cannot initiate disciples now is totally a materialistic argument. Physical form is just one of many temporary manifestations of Guru. It is offensive to claim that such an exalted Acharya, a confidential associate of Sri Krishna, cannot continue to act directly as Diksha Guru if he wished so. Who are we to question his wishes? As for other Purva Acharyas in our parampara, none of them set up an institutional system to preach. It was only Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura and Srila Prabhupada among recent Acharyas who established institutions to preach. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati did not express any desire to be Diksha Guru in his institution for new entrants after his departure. He clearly said that one among his disciples would become a self-effulgent Acharya. And we all know that that self-effulgent disciple Acharya was His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. However, Srila Prabhupada is the only one among all our Purva Acharyas in our parampara who has set up a system where he continues to initiate devotees as his Diksha disciples in his institution even after physical departure as the Sampradaya Acharya. Srila Prabhupada made his position clear even as early as 1968. Quote, I am the spiritual master of this institution, and all the members of the society, they are supposed to be my disciples. They follow the rules and regulations which I ask them to follow. Now they are initiated by me spiritually. Interview on March 12, 1968 in San Francisco. One has to understand that the Ritvik system is a system within an institution. As long as Iskcon institution exists, this institutional system remains. And Srila Prabhupada continues as the current link of the parampara at all times in his institution. Srila Prabhupada meticulously delegated over many years from 1968 the physical aspects of Diksha, such as giving spiritual names, malas, mantras, and oaths to his disciples, declaring that their actions on his behalf were as good as done by him personally. His physical involvement is not at all required for him to perform the Divya Jnana function of the Diksha Guru. Since no later instruction exists that revokes this directive, Iskcon leaders are duty-bound to uphold it, initiating new devotees as disciples of Srila Prabhupada as he originally intended. 2 more pages. Vedic precedent, Diksha beyond the physical body. The initiation of Dhruva Maharaj by Narada Rishi is a direct example of Diksha given by a spiritual master who was not in flesh and blood, yet fully potent. All acharyas in our parampara are equal in their potency as they all represent Sri Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's spiritual position and capability to give Diksha post his Mahasamadhi is no less than Narada Rishi's. Just as Krishna empowered Narada to initiate Dhruva through transcendental means, he similarly has sent Srila Prabhupada to establish Iskcon and deliver Harinam to millions as its Acharya and Diksha Guru, as long as the institution lives. The example of Dhruva Maharaj reaffirms the spiritual validity vis-a-vis Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra of Diksha by Srila Prabhupada post his disappearance. This is the divine intent that is clearly expressed in the July 9th, 1977 Directive. Srila Prabhupada declared, "I will never die. I will live forever in my books, and you will utilize." Unquote. His books are the permanent vessel of Divya Jnana in Iskcon. He further confirmed, "I have given you everything in my books." The transcendental principle continues to operate as long as Iskcon stands. Srila Prabhupada lives in our midst, guiding souls to Krishna through Vani by initiating everyone in this institution through the Ritvik system. Reassessing Iskcon's post-1977 growth. The other Iskcon camp points out that in 50 years of preaching after Srila Prabhupada's physical departure, they have expanded from 100 temples to 600 to 700 temples worldwide. They say the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Phalena parichiyate. And we will show below how these very numbers reveal stagnation, not growth. By the time Srila Prabhupada attained Mahasamadhi, he left behind 100 Iskcon temples, yet his vision for Iskcon was far more expansive, as he wrote. Quote from a letter, from a Srila Prabhupada's letter. Therefore, always pray to Krishna to give you strength for accomplishing this mission by doing what I am doing. My first business is to give the devotees the proper knowledge and engage them in devotional service. So that is not very difficult task for you. I have given you everything. So read and speak from the books, and so many new lights will come out. We have got so many books. So if we go on preaching from them for the next 1,000 years, from a practical point of view, as I have not yet finished Srimad Bhagavatam, and we have got now 100 branches, so by the time I am finished with Bhagavatam, there must be at least 1,000 branches. I have worked alone. Now you are so many. Our scope is unlimited. Resources unlimited. So we must be exceptionally enthusiastic and sober-minded and responsible for working in that spirit. Close quote. Srila Prabhupada letter to Balavanta Das, date June 17, 1972. Oh, you're reading there. Srila Prabhupada envisioned 1,000 branches even when he was on the planet. He said that his books would be preached for 1,000 years. So after 5 decades, expanding to only 700 temples is nothing to speak about for this powerful movement. It is truly a success when compared to Srila Prabhupada. Is it truly a success when compared to Srila Prabhupada's scale and expectation? The real culprit behind this stunted progress is the self-made guru system. Zonal acharyas had made thousands of disciples, many of whom were passionate super book distributors. But when the zonal gurus fell from grace, so did the faith of their followers. Iskcon lost entire waves of devotees, as in the case of Harikesh Prabhu, whose fall led to a major decline in European book distribution. The impact is like running 100 miles forward and then running 90 miles backward. The net progress is only 10 miles. If not for these repeated setbacks of guru fall downs, Iskcon could easily have reached 7,000 centers by now, and not just 700. The narrative of growth is misleading. It's time to acknowledge the true cost of sidelining Srila Prabhupada as the Diksha Guru of Iskcon. prayer to Srila Prabhupada. We pray that the devotees of the other Iskcon camp who came to Krishna consciousness through your teachings, which touched their souls, may surrender to your divine grace as their Diksha Guru on the real path of bhakti that you taught us. May they no more surrender their intelligence to the self-made Iskcon gurus and instead surrender to you with their intelligence as you have taught. You have taught us that a bona fide guru is one who is authorized by his guru. By believing in the false propaganda against Ritvik initiation, they risk offending their true spiritual connection with you as the Diksha Guru of Iskcon, who shines Divya Gyan in their hearts. In reciprocation to following the spiritual discipline that you have designed for everyone in Iskcon. Thousands of souls have lost your shelter after the betrayal of their spiritual faith. Absolute loyalty as per your teachings should be only to a bona fide guru and not to one who is self-appointed. Srila Prabhupada, kindly save them from losing this rarest and sacred opportunity to follow all the spiritual discipline meticulously given by you to become direct disciples of your divine grace, who alone can take back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada, you came into my life in 1977. Madhu Pandit Prabhu saying this. Srila Prabhupada, you came into my life in 1977 when I read a few pages of your books. In 1981, after I stepped into Iskcon, I was misled to select and accept a Diksha Guru from the present self-made gurus. But by your mercy, I discovered the truth and realigned my relationship with him as only the Ritvik who gave me Srila Prabhupada's Diksha. I begged forgiveness from you, Srila Prabhupada, for not sufficiently honoring my exact spiritual relationship with you as my Diksha Guru, having been misled by self-made gurus. Though I am being labeled as Guru Drohi in the other Iskcon camp, I stand firmly by your words that an unqualified guru can be rejected and replaced with a genuine one. Quote. So, Gurun Hatva, a devotee of Krishna, if need be, if he is unqualified guru means who does not know how to guide the disciple. Guru's duty is to guide. So such kind of guru can be at least rejected. That is Jiva Goswami's Karyam Ajanataha. A guru who does not know what to do and what not to do, but by mistakenly I have accepted somebody as guru, he can be rejected. By rejecting him, you can accept an actual bona fide guru. So guru is not killed, but he can be rejected. That is the injunction of the Shastra. Srila Prabhupada's lecture on August 5th, 1973 in London. Srila Prabhupada, I fall at your lotus feet with eternal gratitude for bringing me under your direct divine shelter and protection. Although I am totally unqualified, I beg you to engage me as your puppet, to play a little part in your glorious transcendental ambitions, to spread the movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. With the recent legal victory, you have triggered a second Hare Krishna explosion, like the first one in 1966. Please bless us, the devotees of Iskcon Bangalore group, with humble opportunity to serve in expanding your transcendental mission by giving us the required faith and strength to follow your plans and directions, to increase book distribution, inspire souls to dedicate their lives to your mission, and establish many more grand temples as you desire. We are simply your monkey soldiers. Please bless us with the necessary spiritual realizations, qualities, and strength to be ever ready to receive and execute your desires and orders day after day until our last breath. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki. Your servant, written by Madhu Pandit Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for reading your offering. Now, I would like to invite Amiyatma Prabhu to kindly read his offering.
Jai Hare Krishna. So this is my offering. My dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to you. 57 years ago, at the age of 17, I found myself within the forest of material desires of this material world, and I was trapped as the forest was blazing on all sides. Buckets of water were useless. And no hose in this world could provide enough water to put out such a fire. Only a downpour from a cloud could carry so much water. I wanted out. I wanted out of the endless samsara, the endless cycle of birth and death of this material world. I wanted to be saved. And so I started my spiritual journey in this life in earnest. At first, I thought it would be simply be a process where if I could obtain enough knowledge that I would figure out on my own how to overcome the blazing fire on my own strength and find out what the goal was and carve out my own path to get out. Soon I found that was useless. There were no such tools that could cut such a path. And besides, what was the right direction? What really was the end goal and destination? Eventually, I discovered Eastern philosophies. And at first, it seemed I had found the answers. But soon I saw that it was just another forest of lofty words and concepts, so many paths The paths themselves were like another forest. Which path to choose? Which goal was right? Finally, I came to realize that I needed a teacher. I needed a guide who knew what the highest destination was, who knew the way out. I then began to pray to the Supreme Lord to please send me my spiritual master. I prayed for another year. Mainly my journey took place in the libraries, in books. Thus I prayed for my Guru, that my Guru would come to me in the form of a book that he had written, and that his teachings in his book would save me. He would show me the way out and take me back to our real eternal home. It was 50 years ago, this year, 2025, that by the mercy of the Supreme Krishna, that he sent my master, my savior, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Actually, that was wrong, actually. It was 50 years ago in 2020. That he sent my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who appeared to me in the library in the form of his books. That library had 3 of his books that had just come the day before, and they were just put out on the shelves of the library just minutes before I found them. This was no random coincidence. From the Guru Astakam, Jasya Prashadad Bhagavat Prashado, Srila Prabhupada has given the meaning of this line, that it is by the mercy of Krishna that one gets the spiritual master, and it is by the mercy of the spiritual master that one gets Krishna. 55 years ago, I directly and explicitly experienced this firsthand in my own life. I reached out in prayer and begged God for His mercy, and He gave me His mercy by sending me my spiritual master, who came to me in the form of His spiritual teachings, His books. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and His teachings, He has given me Krishna. Each year we are put together a page of words to express our gratefulness to our spiritual master, and yet words are proven to be insufficient to express ourselves. Our actions are how we really express our gratefulness. My greatest defect and lament is that my actions have not been enough. And yet we are again helpless, as the real understanding is that we are not the doers. We are always at the mercy of Srimati Radharani and Krishna and our spiritual father, Srila Prabhupada. There will never be a time that we will not depend on their ongoing mercy to guide us and to save us. It has been 55 years since I was given Krishna's and Prabhupada's mercy, as Krishna sent Prabhupada's books to me. And still we continue to pray every day for his mercy. Without the mercy of the bona fide and authorized and empowered pure representative of Krishna, we are condemned to eternally suffer in this godless material world. I will try again to put together some words and say that I am eternally grateful to the mercy, the compassion, and the guidance that His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada has so kindly and freely given to me. And in my older age, somehow, He is still giving me His mercy, even though I obviously do not deserve it. Such mercy is known as causeless mercy. It is given in the compassion of the spiritual master upon the fallen conditioned souls. I have not earned it. I do not deserve it. But by His causeless mercy and compassion, Srila Prabhupada keeps bestowing His mercy. I must somehow force myself to become humble. And I do not feel humbled that you continue to give your mercy to someone as low as me. Your mercy comes in so many ways, such as sending me someone who is helping me somehow still try and serve you while I still can with this body. There are no words to express our true gratefulness, but I will repeat the words that you often spoke at the end of your classes. Thank you very much. Aspiring to someday become your humble and worthy servant, Amiyatmadas.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the offering. Now it is the time for the divine Abishekum ceremony of our beloved spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. I request devotees to kindly start the kirtan.
Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari
स्वस्ति नो गोविंद स्वस्ति नो अच्युतानंतो स्वस्ति नो वासुदेवो विष्णुर्दधातु स्वस्ति नो नारायणो नरो वै स्वस्ति न पद्मनाभ पुरुषोत्तमो दधातु स्वस्ति नो विश्वक्सेनो विश्वेश्वरः स्वस्ति नो ऋषिकेशो हरिर्दधातु स्वस्ति नो वैनतेयो हरिः स्वस्ति नो वंजनासुतो हनुर्भागवतो दधातु स्वस्ति स्वस्ति सुमंगलैकेशो महान् श्रीकृष्ण सच्चिदानंद घन सर्वेश्वरेश्वरो दधातु ओम स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति श्री गुरु परमानंद प्रेमानंद फलप्रदा व्रजानंद प्रदानंद सेवायां मानियोजय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
ध्यानम् प्रातः
श्रीमन्नवद्वीपे द्विनेत्रं द्विभुजं गुरुं वराभयप्रदं शान्तं स्मरेत् तन्नामपूर्वकम् त्वं गोपिका वृषभरेस्तनयान्ति केसि सेवाधिकारिणि गुरो निजपादपद्मे दास्यं प्रदाय कुरु मां व्रजकानने श्री राधाङ्घ्रिसेवनरसे सुखनीं सुहाब्दौ
इदमासनं स्वागतं सुस्वागतम् एतत्पाद्यम् इदमर्घ्यम् इदमाचमनीयम् एष मधुपर्कः इदं पुनराचमनीयम् इदं स्नानीयम् हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णैकचेतमदमोह विनाशकारिन् मद्दृष्टिगोचर प्रभो प्रभुपाद स्वामिन् दोषाभिवृद्धि परिदोषितमन्दबुद्धेः संचिन्तयामि चरणौ तव भक्ति हेतो वृन्दावने रमणरेति प्रसिद्धभूमौ तत्रापि कृष्ण बलराम सुपादमूले ज्ञानं परं परमकृष्ण सुधर्म्यदुक्तम् दन्तस्तु देव प्रभुपाद नमो नमस्ते 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 कृपापूर्णदृष्टि नमस्ते नमस्ते महानन्ददात्री नमामो नमामः पुनर्रक्ष रक्ष प्रसिद्ध प्रभो पाहि मां दक्ष दक्ष भक्ति सिद्धांत शिष्याय भक्ति वेदांत नामिने प्रसन्नाय प्रशांताय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्रीवंगभूमि जनभूषण गौरलीला गौरांग भाव परिसारण मात्रशीला राधा मुकुंद बद पद्म मनोविलासिन् आनंद राशि प्रभुपाद नमो नमस्ते। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
विश्वगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद आविर्भाव महोत्सव की जय। संसार दावा नलले ढलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य घना घना संसार दावा नललीडलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य घन घन संसार दावा नललीडलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य घन घन प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो चरणारविन्दं महाप्रभु कीर्तन नित्य गीता पवित्र माध्यान मनसूर सेवा महाप्रभु कीर्तन नित्य गीता पवित्र माध्यान मनसूर सेवा रोमांचकंपा शुतरंग भाजो रोमांचकंपा रोमांचकंपा शुतरंग भाजो रोमांचकंपा शुतरंग भाजो वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदं वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदं वंदे गुरो श्री विग्रहाराधन नित्य नाना श्रृंगार तन्मन श्री विग्रहाराधन नित्य नाना श्रृंगार तन्मन युक्तस्य भक्तं च नियुञ्जतो वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं भगवत प्रसादो स्वपन्न तृप्ता हरिभक्त संगम
चतुर्विधाशी भगवत प्रसादो स्वात्मदेवता हरिभक्त संगम
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्य लीला गुणरूपनन्दना
श्रीराधिका माधवयोर पारा माधुर्य लीला
प्रतीक्षणास्ता धनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
निकुञ्जयूनो रतिके निषेधे जयानि वीर्यो तिरपिक्षणीया
निकुञ्जयोनो रतिकेली सीतये यानुवीयो तिरविकणीया
तत्रातिदाक्ष्यान् अतिवल्लभस्य
तन्नादिदर्शा अतिवल्लभस्य
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
साक्षात् हरित्वेना समस्त्रशास्त्र उक्तस्तथा भाव्यतैव सत्ये
साक्षात् हरित्वेना समस्तशास्त्रे उक्तस्तथा भाव्यतैव सत्ये
किन्तु प्रभो यः प्रिय एव तस्य
किन्तु प्रभूया प्रिय एव तस्य
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि
यस्य प्रसादा भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादा नगदिकोऽपि
यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि
यस्य प्रसादा भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादा नगदिकोऽपि
ध्यायातु वां तस्य यशस्त्रिसंज्ञं
ध्यायन्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रिसंज्ञा
ध्यायातु वां तस्य यशस्त्रिसंज्ञं
ध्यायन्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रिसंज्ञा
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्री वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दं 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा जय विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा जय विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा जय विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद 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 हरे कृष्णा Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजते यद्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्था सन्न्यासयोगाद्यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे दहरं विपापं परमेश्वभूतं यत्पुण्डरीकं पुरमद्य सग्गस्थम् तत्रापि दहरं गगनं विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यम् यो वेदादौ स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परस्य महेश्वरः हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya
Just now we witnessed the Abishekum ceremony of Srila Prabhupada. Now I would like to invite His Grace Bharatarshava Prabhu to kindly read his Vyasa Puja offering.
Hare Krishna.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, reading on my lip. Dear Srila Prabhupada, on this auspicious occasion of the Vyasa Puja of yours, firstly, I would like to express my humble gratitude and heartfelt prayers for protecting our service under your aegis and winning this 25-year-old battle, legal battle, and protecting our devotional service and under your own personal shelter. Dear Srila Prabhupada, you have been empowered by your spiritual master and the entire parampara to distribute the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and deliver even the most fallen souls of Kali Yuga to the shelter of Radha Krishna. This we practically saw in your physical presence, and when you converted the most fallen hippies from lives full of addiction and misconstrued philosophies to pure lives with Krishna consciousness. Their lives were transformed from the lives of despair and mundane sinful attachments to lives of eternal bliss, purity, and spiritual enjoyment. The seeds of Bhakti Lata, so planted by you through the chanting of holy names, should be nurtured by watering the seeds through hearing and chanting. The seed can be nurtured by the following the process of delineated under hearing the holy names of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. On your order, with mind fixed attentively on the sound vibration with care and attention. Hearing the revealed scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita from your lotus lips. Spreading the holy names on your order under the direction of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya of Sri Chaitanya, Rupa and Sanatan. Executing devotional service for the mission of Lord Chaitanya through the system set up by you. Dear Srila Prabhupada, on this occasion, I would just like to recollect an incident that happened during your physical presence related to the Govindam prayers, which we all play for the Shringar Arati. This was in 1969 that your disciples, 3 Grihastha disciples, had gone to London, and they were struggling to establish a movement in London. So by your blessings, they were given access to Beatles, and George Harrison became an ardent supporter and was very much influenced by you. And then in 1969, a tape was produced with the Hare Krishna Kirtan, and that became the top of the charts, sold during that time. And in fact, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra was sung on the TV in the BBC that time. So, at that time you instructed your disciples that why don't you produce a cassette or a audio, and under the care of your guidance, especially the Govindam prayers, Yamuna Mataji sung this under the guidance of yours and through George Harrison producing the music for this. And it was recorded in the Apple Studios of London. And that prayers, which we all sing every day, Govindam, Adipurusham, Venam, Kwanantam. So when it was played, you were in ecstasy. Tears streamed from your eyes, and then you instructed that this should be played in all the darshanartis of the temple. Even now, this continues. And I would like to recollect one specific quote of yours where you said, Yamuna Devi Dasi is singing with so much of devotion. So Srila Prabhupada, we fought this battle against this Iskcon self-made gurus, and we've been able to spread Krishna consciousness in spite of all the tribulations put forth by them. So I pray that just like you blessed the ancient prayers of Brahma into a modern format, and you made people swoon in ecstasy singing the prayers and seeing the arti of the Lord,
in future, under your shelter, let Iskcon Bangalore and our devotees all together spread the holy name and take shelter of your teachings all over the world. Let us, please give us the spiritual strength to spread the holy names, to build temples, to distribute books all over the world, and make many devotees and deliver them, bring them to your shelter, and be supported in their devotional service. Srila Prabhupada, I pray that one day, for all of us, you also look up and say, just like you told Yamuna Mataji, so devotionally they are chanting, they are worshipping. Please give that special blessing that one day we get an ounce of whatever Yamuna Mataji had, that sincerity. Please give us that. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for reading the offering. Now we will perform Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. During Guru Puja, we all will get Before Guru Puja, I would like to invite few more devotees to read their offerings. First, I would like to invite Madhu Prabhu to kindly come and read his offering.
हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। My dear Guru Maharaj, Vishwaguru, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of Iskcon. All glories to your unwavering dedication to the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to your causeless mercy upon countless conditioned souls. Every spiritual and material insight, opportunity, and strength that I have today is by your blessing, your instructions, your protection, and your causeless compassion. The Lord is ready to bless if you are ready to receive. Recently, one devotee asked me, Prabhu, is the inauguration date of Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir, phase 1, is confirmed? Without thinking for a moment, I replied, the Lord is ready to accept our service, provided we are ready to offer it with devotion. In fact, the Lord wanted it to happen yesterday. Later, I reflected on this thought. Where did it come from? Why did I say that? And then I recollected your pastime narrated by His Grace Sri Chandravati Prabhu. Once Srila Prabhupada visited a small Iskcon center where arrangements were lacking. The taxi arrived very late and Srila Prabhupada had to wait at airport. The rooms were not ready to occupy and his clothes were not ironed. The situation was a little embarrassing. Later, a disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, "Why is this happening? What does Krishna want us to do?" Srila Prabhupada replied, "Krishna wants to see how eager we are to serve him." That one statement made me introspect deeply. I realized it is not about efficiency, it is about eagerness, devotion, and surrender. That is the most important aspect of our practical devotional service. Just like children eagerly anticipating a birthday celebration, a children's preparedness for the event melts the hearts of their parents. Likewise, Krishna is touched by our devotional offerings, not by our materialistic plans. Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir is not just a skyscraper building. Srila Prabhupada, it is your divine mission to attract, engage, and liberate millions of conditioned souls. This project is a sacred invitation for each of us to offer our very life, our speech, our mind, skills, influence, wealth to purify our existence. The Lord engages everyone according to our desire. Quite often, I observe people and situations, how the Lord engages everyone who come near to His service. In VCM project, I have seen it in many times and again, contractors, consultants, vendors, donors, and people from all the backgrounds. When they come in contact with the holy name, the temple, or the devotees, they accumulate a lot of pious credits. At what happens next? That entirely depends upon own desires. If one desires spiritual advancement, the Lord provides opportunities for bhakti. If one seeks material rewards, He grants that too. Lord is, both are His kindness, but choice is always ours. But generally, the conditioned soul rejects the association of Lord. As you mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 27th verse, the Lord is always eager to take us back to the spiritual world. But due to our minute independence, the individual entity continuously reject His association. This misuse of independence is the cause of his material strife. As you further explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 9, 12th verse, purport. As a part and parcel of the Lord, every individual living entity has a minute quantity of independence. And by misuse of this minute independence, the non-devotees commit offense after offense to both Lord and His pure devotees engaged in missionary work. As a result of such acts, they become as barren as a alkaline field where there is no strength to produce. Your words keep reminding me again and again what I'm really desiring, because Krishna does fulfill sincere desires. Without material desire, we become entangled. With material desires, we become entangled. With spiritual desire, we become liberated. I'll just short. Our only prayer. Very often we hear such and such Guru fell down, or very senior Maharaj fell down. It is very unpalatable and very fearful to hear. Today we stand humble and inspired, but our only fear is losing your shelter by Maya's strong influence. Srila Prabhupada, Maya may catch us at any time, either subtly or grossly. We have no strength to stand against Maya apart from your shelter under your lotus feet. On this auspicious occasion, I beg forgiveness for all the devotees for all my offenses. Srila Prabhupada, please bless me to adhere to all your instruction, and I especially beg your mercy for perform soulful japa on daily basis. Your insignificant servant, Madhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Now I would like to invite Arjunnath Prabhu to read his offering.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Most of my focus over the last year has been on trying various ways and means to raise funds. I'm sorry. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you. Out of the 8 billion people in the world, around 2.2 billion follow Christianity and 2 billion follow Islam. Nearly 50% of the global population cannot accept the highest philosophy of Sanatan Dharma, even if they wish to, simply due to the way they have been raised within their respective faith traditions. They are deeply convinced by the teachings of their own scriptures. However, the truly inquisitive among them will not be satisfied with what they already know. They will seek something beyond what they have been taught. And that is where the prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu echoes with power. My name will be sung in every town and village of the world. Dear beloved spiritual master of the world, you made this prophecy possible by distributing the highest spiritual knowledge to every corner of the globe through your transcendental books. At the right time, by the will of the Almighty Lord, inquisitive souls will be drawn to these books, and when they read them, they will recognize what a treasure they had been missing all along. They will drink in your words like a person dying of thirst, finally given water. Their joy will know no bounds. This is bound to happen because Lord Chaitanya's prediction cannot fail. Whether I will be fortunate enough or even alive to witness this miracle, I do not know. But I am certain it will happen because you laid the foundation. You brought the first wave of the Hare Krishna revolution to the world. What many great scholars and even stalwarts sent by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur could not accomplish, in the West, you made possible through your sincerity, your perseverance, and your unshakable faith in your spiritual master and the holy name. You executed this order with humility, not pride. You conquered the world not to prove yourself, but to serve humbly and purely. Dear Savior of the world, your transcendental books and the holy name are divine weapons. They have the power to melt hearts and awaken dormant love for Krishna. The so-called religious people of this world are compromising with diluted philosophies and shallow spiritual practices. They are missing the true treasure, the root of all spirituality. But soon, through transcendental connection, the eyes will open and the whole world will dance in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. Dear well-wisher of the entire world, I am an insignificant fool. While I speak of how this moment will uplift the world, I myself am struggling to follow the principles you have given and to dedicate my life fully to your mission. On this most auspicious day of your divine appearance, I offer my humble and fervent prayer. Please bless me with just an iota of your mercy. Let me develop unshakable faith in your teachings and the holy name. And let me serve you with sincerity, dedication, and love from the core of my heart. Your most insignificant servant, Arjuna Das.
Thank you, Prabhu. Next, I would like to invite Sureshwar Prabhu to kindly read his offering.
My most beloved spiritual master, Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your divine grace. It's a small poem with the translation. Shuno shuno yore bhai, Guru pada guno gai, Siddhanta Saraswati priya bado, Bhakti Vedanta Nam Ananta Kriparo Dham, Arvachine Kripa Patra Karo. Dear brothers, please listen to me as I sing the glories of the lotus feet of my spiritual master. He is very dear to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. His name is Bhakti Vedanta. He is the abode of unlimited mercy. My dear master, please consider this fallen one a fit candidate to receive your mercy. Mayavadi, Shunnavadi, Nastiko Yaggoyadi, Tarite Jabe Hoilo Shankete, Hridbhanga Korikhin, Jolodute Hoyasin, Markine Shankirtana Procharite. On getting the indication to deliver the world full of Mayavadis, Sunyavadis, non-believers and fools, you traveled to America to spread the Sankirtan movement on board Jaladuta, defeating multiple heart attacks. Adharma pamara jato pato ki vidharmi tato maya baddha vishaya roti oti. 64 মালা করিলে 16 তবে অধিকার হলো পাইল হরি নাম পরম গতি. By your causeless mercy, you gave a grand discount in the strict number of 64 rounds of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and reduced it to 16 only. This very move had given many unqualified, unruly fallen souls with unlimited material desires the eligibility to be initiated in the supremely liberating chanting of the holy name of Lord Sri Hari. Guru Yagga Shire Dhori, Hori Preme Hridaya Bhori, Kirtana Hunkar Bhorile. Tave তবে চতুর্দশবার বিশ্বভ্রমী অনিবার শত সহস্র জীবে উদ্ধারিলে. Being empowered by the order of your spiritual master and heart full of love of Lord Hari, you loudly chanted the holy name alone. You traveled around the world 14 times and liberated thousands upon thousands by the roar of the pure name of Krishna from your lotus mouth. অধর্ম তারণে হেন তুমি নিত্যানন্দ যেন তারিলে সহস্র জগাই মাধাই. সংকীর্তন প্রচারিলে গৌর শক্তি স্বরূপিলে অষ্টম গোস্বামী বলিতাই. In delivering the fallen, you are as good as Nityananda Prabhu, delivering thousands of souls as notorious as Jagai and Madhai. The unprecedented scale in spreading the congregational chanting of the holy name all over the world notify that you must be the personification of mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, such achievement in preaching Chaitanya cult is not possible. So, it is apt to call you the 8th Goswami in the line of 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. দুই ভাই কৃপা বল যদি হয় একস্থল, মূর্তিমান স্বরূপ যদি ধরে, তবে সে দিব্য রূপ তেজময় অপরূপ তোমার স্বরূপে অবতরে. It seems that the mercy of the two transcendental brothers, Nitai and Gaur Sundar, having gotten together, and it has taken a beautifully effulgent divine form and has appeared now in front of us in your transcendental self. Koti Chandra Shushitalo Lukaye Firijat কোটি চন্দ্র শীতলতা লুকায়ে ফিরি যথা তথা দেখি তব কৃপার স্বভাবে. কোটি সূর্য হয় দিন মায়ায় অধিকার ক্ষীণ তব মৃদু হাস্য প্রভাবে. The soothing coolness of tens of millions of moons feel ashamed of themselves and hide hither and thither, seeing the unlimited soothing demeanor of your causeless mercy. The effulgence of millions of suns cannot remove the darkness of Maya from the heart of the fallen soul, but a slight smiling glance of your divine grace can remove all avidya from his heart and enlighten him. Jabe lila shambarile nitto lila proveshile kolikalo hoilo shabal. তোমারও সেবক বেশে তোমারও প্রতিষ্ঠানে এসে তোমায় অবরোধে করিছল. Alas, after you wound up your manifested pastime on this earth and entered the eternal lila of Golokadham, Kalikala became very powerful again. In the form of your followers, Kali deceitfully tried to deny you and your position in your own institution. উদীয়মান কোটি সূর্য করি ক্ষীণ তুমি আর্য, উদিলে এবে বেঙ্গালোর মাঝে নিত্য দাসোদ্দয় দিয়া কৃতিত্ব পুনঃ উদিলে তুমি নিত্য সুজ্জ্বল বিশ্বগুরু সাজে. But you have now risen again as brilliantly effulgent Vishwaguru, shaming the beauty and effulgence of millions of rising suns. But this time you have chosen the city of Bangalore. You have mercifully given the credit of your victory to two of your eternal servants, though your lila is ever fresh, eternal and transcendental. পুছি আমি ওরে ভাই দেখি আছো কোনো ঠাই, প্রভুপাদ সম আচার্য বিভু, দিব্য আচার্য পূর্বতর প্রচারে মহানদর, বিশ্ব বিজয় কি করিয়াছে কেহ কভু. I ask this to all you brothers. Have you ever seen any acharya like Srila Prabhupada anywhere? There have been many great acharyas in the past who were extraordinary in preaching activities. But have you ever heard of any who has conquered the whole world in the name of Lord Shri Krishna? This indeed is unimaginable. Heno shital padotal dhori mathe abiral, magi Krishna name deho ruchi. সুরদাসে করো দয়া ভুলিয়া শরীর মায়া, নাময় অপরাধ যাক ঘুচি. I humbly wish to hold these soothing lotus feet on my head constantly and ask for the mercy so that the taste for chanting the holy name of Krishna may appear in my heart. Please be merciful unto me, so that I may forget the bodily concept of life, and on the strength of your mercy, offenses in the chanting of holy name may disappear quickly. Desiring to eternally serve the servants of your eternal servants, Sureshwar. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, for the offering. Now we shall perform Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. During Guru Puja, we all will get opportunity to offer flowers to Srila Prabhupada. I would request to make a separate queue for Prabhujis and Matajis for better facilitation. All Prabhujis can make queue on my right side, and all Matajis can make a queue on my left side. I will also request you all that after offering flowers to Srila Prabhupada, please get down from the stage immediately and don't offer obeisances on the stage. You can offer the same after getting down from the stage. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai! Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Prabhupada, Srila Gurudeva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Keval Bhakti Sadma Guru Charana Padma Keval Bhakti Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Keval Bhakti Sadma Bando muni savadhana mate Bando muni savadhana mate Jahar prasade e bhav toriya ja Jahar prasade e bhav toriya ja Jahar prasade e bhav toriya ja prasade e bhav toriya ja Krishna
कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहाँ होइते गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्त कोरिया गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्त कोरिया हर ना करी हो मने आशा और ना करी हो मने आशा और ना करी हो मने आशा श्री गुरु चरण रति ऐसे उत्तम गति प्रसाद पूरे सर्वनाशा प्रसाद पूरे जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्वनाशा जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्वनाशा चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते भक्ति जहाँ होते जहर चरितो जहर चरितो वेद गाय जहर चरितो जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अगम जनर बंधु गुरु करुणा सिंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर लोके ना लोके रजीवाना लोके ना लोके रजीवाना प्रभु तोर दया देहो मोरे पद छाया प्रभु तोर दया देहो मोरे पद छाया प्रभु तोर दया देहो मोरे पद छाया पद छाया गुरुदेव करो दया देहो मरे पद छाया हे बेजा शुक्ति भुवना हे बेजा शुक्ति भुवना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पवना पगे लोइलो शरणा जया प्रभुपदा 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 शिल प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा शिल प्रभुपदा गुरुदेवा शिल प्रभुपदा जय 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 प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.